Not to brag, but I have a pretty damn good market pressure indicator. A number of years ago, I was messing around with some numbers and I came across a set of numbers that kind of gave me what I refer to as the pressure of the market at the end of the trading day. When it was positive, the market tended to go up the next day, and when it was negative, it ended up often going down. And from that point, it started my journey to explore, to figure out, what if the market closes at one point at the end of the trading day and it either opens up or down the next morning? And my question was, if I could measure the pressure at the end of the trading day that could correlate to how the market might open the next day consistently, well, then I could trade the overnight gap. The gap is that market movement overnight from the close until the opening, and it's called the gap and it is tradable. I've shared my story in other videos, the process that I have gone through to develop these algorithms. I've had successes, I've had failures, but the thing is, every time I took another step, I learned a little bit more and my algorithms just kept getting that much better. Now, it takes time to test these algorithms, and that's why it has taken years. But where I am now truly is where I had hoped to be just a few years ago. So if you ask yourself, what would you do if you had a higher probability of knowing how the market might open the next day? What would you do? And that is the idea behind these algorithms. How would you trade it? And quite honestly, I don't know how much better I can make them. Yes, I have a few more brewing and testing right now, but the fact is you can't get every night correct because things do change overnight. Political events, you have earnings, as well as government reports the next day, or just the mood of the market just due to unknown factors. But if you can be better than 55, 60% correct, well, we're much further than that. Take a look on the front page. Take a look on the front page of SPY tomorrow and look at the last 20 pressure readings and results and ask yourself, what would you have done with this information? Because there are many ways to trade the overnight gap. You could trade stock, you could trade leveraged ETFs or options, and that's often what I trade, and that's why I've created additional tools to help me understand how strong that pressure is and if it's a good night to trade or not. It's overnight swing trading, and it's a high risk, high reward style of trading, somewhere in between day trading and longer term swing trading. And yes, just like any type of trading, it takes practice. Just because your signal says up and the market goes up, that doesn't guarantee that you made money. There are other factors to consider, but a good signal is certainly an excellent start. Just like any signal, it has streaks. Sometimes it's 80-90% correct depending on the time frame. And I also have to tell you, there are times it's not as correct, especially when we're in, say, turbulent times, such as the beginning of the war. I mean, it was only maybe 60% correct during that time, and some traders need better than 60% correct to be profitable. At the time of this recording, my algorithms have been about 75 to 80% correct. And sometimes I get in my comments, well, you know, my method is 90% correct. Well, yeah, you're probably selling options, and that's fine. That's a method of making money with options, and you can use this tool to determine if it's a good time to sell or it's a good time to buy options, or using many different trading methods. There's more than one way to use algorithms such as this, and you have to decide which way you go about it. I like options, but that doesn't mean it's right for your risk tolerance. Again, leveraged ETFs may be right for you, or even just trading overnight stock, or just using the tools to understand when it might be a better time to buy or sell for the longer term. Obviously, I can't guarantee how the algorithms will do in the future, and that's again why I put the results on the front page. You can see if the current results are 60% correct, 70%, 80% correct, or better. You can see if the signals are right on, or maybe it's a time to just pause or just paper trade to test out the system for yourself. And yes, I have other tools that are helpful for traders for the members section, but I first recommend that you try it for free to see if it's right for you. And that's why I give away the signal for free on the front page of SPY tomorrow. At 4 o'clock Eastern Time, it's going to show up, down, or neutral. And then again, you can see below what the previous pressure readings were and the results. But before you put money into the market, I again would recommend that you paper trade to test out your skills and see again if overnight swing trading and this signal or whatever signal you decide to use is right for you. Although the SPY tomorrow signal is excellent, you may want to combine it with other signals to give yourself a little more confidence. And there are many different types of signals out there you can consider, such as put to call ratios. You can consider maybe technical signals such as the MACD, or check if the RSI to see if the market's over or undersold. These are things you can use to support whatever signal you decide to use for your overnight swing trade. I've worked very hard to develop these algorithms through the years, and I think they are excellent and are really building a solid track record over time. And yeah, I hope to be able to tweak them a little more and make them just a hair better with more features, but right now, I'm pretty darn happy. I'm pretty darn close to where I would hope I would be maybe when I first started this process many years ago. And I'm pretty proud of the fact that we have created what we have created. And I'm even prouder of the fact that I can share this with everybody for free. And you can test it out to see if this is a tool that is right for you. Don't listen to anyone who tells you that trading is easy and that you're guaranteed success. However, having good quality tools that you can count on does make it that much easier. Kick the tires, test it out, and I'll see you in the next video.